specific there?
Yeah, no, I think it was when really what attracted myself and Bruno to this was to go back to London, which had never had a DC do-over. You know, everywhere else, Metropolis and Gotham, everybody had got an idea of what that was. So creating a world that we hadn't seen before, what was happening in England in the 60s, the look all came from us dreaming about that place. You know, it's like I wanted to go up into the attic and open a box and find an album of like all these songs that I didn't think were written that year, and there's airships in them, and the uniforms of the military was different. So everything in the design of this show was slightly different. You know, if we looked at what the reality was, we'd just send it, what if this happened in history? What if these things had happened? What if there was still a armed police force, etc.? And all of that look came from there. And just trying to be different again and create a world that people want to go to, like almost like our ideal London.
Branching off in these different directions, Gotham, Pennyworth, and all this. How exciting is that creatively? They're basically taking the same mythos but exploring it from all these different angles.
Brilliant. I mean, when the two, we went back and forth for quite a long time about which project to do, and the reason this was easy to talk about is because Pennyworth doesn't have a backstory. It was only Michael Caine who decided that Pennyworth was in the army, which made a lot of sense to me, because Bruce Wayne is going to rely on this person, his expertise and his patience, but also his violence to train him. So I thought that was a great choice. So we explored even further and said, how young would he have been in the military? When did he first get out? How has it scarred him? How, you know, so all of these things were great. And then that was coming up with the idea of, so who would the villains be for this idealistic young man? And it wasn't just, it would be the system that's trying to keep him down, the class war that's trying to keep him down. It will also be, let's mine the mythology of English history and great English novels and great villains of the English past. And going all the way back to Dickens or Sherlock Holmes and talking about Jack the Ripper and all of these great villains that we could go to, Jekyll and Hyde, Dick Turpin. And that's when Myra Hindley came about as being one of the most terrifying women in British history, and that's who Polon's character is based on. So England just kept giving us the ammunition we needed to create a world that nobody had seen in the DC universe.
Did you kind of resist or maybe embrace giving it kind of a Bondian flavor?
No, I mean, it's funny, when you go back to the 60s and think about, you know, we couldn't help using the Rolling Stones, but I mean, it's just, there are certain things that you need to talk about. And James Bond and what they did changed British movies. British movies were like either kitchen sink dramas or kind of wacky comedies. And what James Bond was Sean Connery was a guy that all men could relate to because he had a working class upbringing, and yet he was working for the Queen. And so, yes, that was an influence. And John Barry's music was an influence. And the way we shot it was a little bit of an influence there. Although that you have this romantic version of Bond films, when you go back and watch them now, they don't quite hold up. You know? After you've seen Skyfall and you go back and watch Thunderball, you're like, oh, yes. But anyway, I still love it. It's like playing an old Beatles album.
Yeah. Channeling Sean Connery is okay, buddy.
Yeah, he's the only Bond to talk about.
What makes Jack the perfect Pennyworth?
I mean, it's myself and Bruno working on this for a year before anybody came into cast, and it's an impossible thing for any actor to walk into that room. So I think he walked into it 5 times, and I think he was auditioning for 5 months basically, because you need the lead character needs to inhabit that part. That part needs to go to him because he knows it better than you. So I think that was just a question of getting to know somebody for a long time, because so much of what we rely on now is what Jack is. I mean, when we